Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom, shalom. Lord willing, y'all can hear me. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory by Shadash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And Rakah Kodash in the ancient Paleo Hebrew is the Holy Spirit. And I want to give double honors and a shalom to the elder apostles and the bishops of Great Millstone who will well to the Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put in a spirit to endure. And a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect, scattered four corners of the earth, teaching His word and believing His word to the best of their ability. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put in a spirit to endure. Shalom for the wives and the single sisters that's in this truth. Lord willing, the Most High continue to make you a believer of this word and to continue to pursue to be a loving and silent and virtuous wife. The Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. The title of this lesson is A Brief Righteous Life is Better Than a Long Unrighteous Life. You know, and this is towards myself and to anybody else, you know, because especially when you read these scriptures, you got to always think of yourself. You know, you got to always think of your family, you know, because we're trying to make an example to even be worthy. The Lord tells us in Wisdom of Solomon, the fourth chapter, the ungodly will not thrive. You know, yes, it seemed like thriving under the sun, but you ain't thriving if you're not serving Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. If you ain't serving Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, you're working to get judgment, to get destruction, right? So we're just going to hop right into it. Bing, bing, bing. I'm gonna probably have to use this screen because I got something else going on that screen. So I'm gonna go to Wisdom of Solomon, the fourth chapter in the GNT, and I'm gonna read verse 7 to 15 in the GNT. This is what it reads: Righteous people, however, will find rest, even if they die young. We honor old age, but not just because a person has lived a long time. Wisdom and righteousness are signs of the maturity that should come with old age. Once there was a man named Enoch who pleased the Most High, and the Most High loved him. While Enoch was still living among sinners, the Most High took him away, so that evil and falsehood could not corrupt his mind and soul. We all know that people can be so fascinated by evil that they cannot recognize what is good, even when they are looking right at it. And this is what happened in society as we speak now. You know, people are so distracted; they're so fascinated about the Broadway that's in front of them, the evil, what they could do on the left, the right, in front, and behind, but they can't recognize the good, you know, because it don't look good to them. You got other scriptures on, you know, like when you serve Yahweh Shema Shai, you bring forth a certain fragrance, and that fragrance is not a good smell to somebody that don't believe or seek Yahweh Shema Shai. That smell is death, or that smell is darkness, you know. But to read it again, it says, we all know that people can be so fascinated by evil that they cannot recognize what is good, even when they are looking right at it. Innocent people can be so corrupted with desire that they can think of nothing but what they want. This man Enoch achieved in a few years' time a perfection that other people could never attain in a complete lifetime. Come on, that was fire. Verse 13 said, this man Enoch uh, this man Enoch achieved in a few years time of perfection that other people could never attain in a complete lifetime. Nobody can gain what Enoch gained within few years, right? It says, the Lord was pleased with Enoch's life and quickly took him out of this wicked world. People were aware of his departure, but didn't understand. They never seemed to learn the lesson that the Most High is kind and merciful to his own people. He protects those who he has chosen, you know? And just to say we was there, that would hurt. The Lord didn't take you up, but he took him. But the Lord, we see in the scriptures that the people were aware of Enoch's departure, him being translated, but they didn't understand, you know, because a lot of people are blinded to the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I'm thinking about a precept. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, verse 21. It says, such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness have blinded them. As for the mysteries of the Most High, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned a reward for blameless souls. For the Most High created man to be immortal and made him to be the image of his own eternity. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. Right? And it's people holding on the side of the devil. That's why they're astonished at the world. They're too stuck that they can't understand the mysteries of the Most High. This is why, when you grow in this truth and when you're not in this truth, always look at your children. You can always see who Israel is, because look at your kids. Our kids is disobedient. As children, even as grown-ups, we don't really have an excitement for the Lord. Our attention span is so short. You can have somebody come to camp and give them 3 verses. They feel it. They have to go, because after 3 verses, their attention span is like, man, this man talking too much. Man, I got stuff. Even with children, you trying to read a chapter and then break it to them. Them kids deep in their heart do not want to hear that. They want to go, because as soon as you stop bringing it out, them kids change into a new reality. Like, they just not just hear the word, hey, let's go pray, let's go do this. Hey, you're stupid. And they start arguing with each other. Like, did we not just, and this is how you know the grown-ups, from the children to the grown-ups, Israel attention span towards the Lord is real low. Our IQ for Yahweh Shem Shai is very low, except for the men that's laying themselves down. Their IQ is high because the men know that they can be taken from that corner at any time. Somebody can pick up a weapon and throw it at these brothers on the highways and byways. So you have to have a high IQ for Yahweh Shem Shai to even go outside, to even do sit downs, to use this unicorn. And this is why the men of the Lord have to be the example of a righteous life. So your kids and people outside this truth can have a desire for that light. If you don't have a desire for this light, the Lord ain't sending no sheep your way. But this is why we run through problems in and out this truth, because it's not enough desire. I dang near had more precepts to go to, but let's just stay in the same line. This is Genesis, the 5th chapter, and we're going to go to verse 21 to 24. It says, and Enoch lived 65 years, and begot Methuselah. And Enoch walked with the Most High after he begot Methuselah 300 years, and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And Enoch walked with the Most High, and he was not, for the Most High took him. Right? He didn't cleave to the world, and let alone his reflection had to be a righteous reflection to his children. But if you was how we see, only Enoch got beamed up, not his children. This is why when we go back to 1 Samuel the 16th chapter, verse 1 to 6, you have to know the Lord is looking through your whole family who his chosen is. Now the Lord is dealing with women way different, you know. But when it comes to men, especially for your son, you want to make sure you a light in front of your son, so that if something do happen to you, your son can understand what it means to serve the Lord. That's why if your son is not paying attention, man, just pray for that. Just pray for him. You know, because if he's not taking his heed, that can be his own curse. You never know. You never know how the Lord is working in this ministry. But always stay prayed up. Always stay looking for the Lord, because that's what a real righteous life is, man. You can't go a day. I mean, you know, to some people it could be different. This is First Chronicles, the 16th chapter, verse 11. It says, "Seek Yahweh in his strength, seek his face continually, remember his marvelous works that he hath done, his wonders, and the judgments of his mouth. O ye seed of Israel, his servant, ye children of Jacob, his chosen one." His chosen ones is not the children that was born of the flesh. His chosen ones are the ones that was born of the spirit. And you can tell, I don't care how anybody feel, whatever age you is, when you start growing in this truth and you start getting excitement for the Lord, you should see some change in yourself, let alone somebody else should see some change in yourself, right? Because a righteous life can be seen how somebody walks, how they talk, the food they eat, let alone you can tell how a man order his house when his children and his wife walk out the damn house. If his wife don't act like she got common sense, if she side talking about her husband when he's not around, that is not even considered a wife, man. She's not even on the level, because a real woman respect her husband so much that if you speak about your husband when he not present, an enemy or somebody that's not in a certain stature can use what you said against your husband. A virtuous woman shut up about things that's going on in her house unless she's calling on Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. You know, women not running to another man for wisdom and knowledge and understanding when she has a husband. That's why this man should always be devoted to seeking the Lord's face, so he can be able to eloquently educate his wife and eloquently teach his household, so that it should be ordered. Yes, there's going to be some slippery slopes. But if a man is fearing the Lord, he's preparing his flock. These videos, it prepares the sheep that might listen to that teacher. And if I'm doing it, if I'm observing myself, if people really love hearing the word, if they are a sheep, or if they come in this thing and they grown and diligent or whatever it is, you supposed to be the reflection of another righteous person. It and this righteousness supposed to shine like this light. The more I flick it, the more bright it gets. The more I click it down, the lower it goes, you know. And that's like brothers and sisters in this truth. See, now that light just went out. You know, in this truth, you want to shine. What would he say? Shine bright like a diamond. Every day you must be growing in this thing, you know. A brief righteous life is better than a long unrighteous life. You feel like you enjoying yourself longer when you in wickedness. But me and the brothers, we just had camp. Weeks is going by short for the elect's sake. That's why your children, your wife, your household, your homies that really say they believe in the Lord, they should be moving different. Their attitudes, their obedience, their listening mechanism should be way different, you know, way different. The vibration should be different. You know, when somebody hurt, everybody in the family should be like, oh no, we should be praying. We should, you know, be calling on the Lord. It shouldn't, people lost another way. That's how you know it's the same. We going to say that. We going to save that. We going to save that. Let's go to Sirach 44 and 16. This is Sirach chapter 44, verse 16. It says, Enoch pleased the Lord and was translated, being an example of repentance to all generations, right? This is an example for us. Let's praise Yahweh Shema Shai that he's given us an example of how Enoch didn't want to didn't want to cleave to the world because he knew his power. When you know your power, you try your best, you do your best, and the Lord is gonna help you even more to abstain from all evil. You know, you're gonna abstain from all evil. Yo, the spirit gonna be upon you. You're gonna abstain from not getting yelled at, right? Brothers might correct me on certain things, and I study the things that they're talking about, and I try to correct it. So then when I look back, I don't see my brother correcting me on this and this and that. Then that means I was listening to him, and then I fixed it. So every day you should always examine yourself to see if you're in the faith, because me and you have an image to uphold, right? First John chapter 2, verse 6. And I'll start at 4. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. But whoso keepeth his words, in him verily is the love of the Most High perfected. Hereby know we that we are in him. He that saith he abideth in him ought himself also to walk even as he walked. Now, if the man is walking like Hamashiach Yahushua, who laid himself down for the nation of Israel and followed what the Lord commanded him, a man's supposed to do that. Then a wife is supposed to be the same. Hey, let me make myself as a living example. Since there's not enough women out here doing the work for the men and showing an example of being a mother and a wife, I'm going to be that mother and a wife. Make him be at peace. I'm gonna help another sister to help him be at peace, or help another sister, and I'm gonna be that example. I'm gonna play my role as being a wife. Let me talk less. Let me separate myself from my husband. Let me be a woman. Hey, let me not worry about if a woman like him or not. Lord willing, she come in this faith, because my head is righteous and he's serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? At the end of the day, a woman is going to grow, a man's going to grow. And if that woman is being a reflection of her husband laying herself down for this ministry, them children should be doing the same damn thing. You know, sometimes a kid is going to make sacrifice. You know what? I'm playing too much. You know what? Let me focus. Let me ask my mom to read. And a kid can just move like a kid because they're kids. They don't have to do what grown-ups do. But how much more that fire is on you, like Yahweh Shai, when you around people that's teaching the word or hearing the word. You got to think the Lord is recording you saying, hey, mom, can you read? Hey, yo, what video? Hey, yo, dad, you want to watch a prophecy movie or something? The Lord is looking at that because it's grown-ups that's not doing what kids is doing nowadays, that's trying to serve the Lord. It's teenagers calling the name of the Lord, man, right? And that motivates a grown-up that's serving the Lord when they see a teenager or a kid. Like my brother Asher said, he was in Niagara Falls and he's seen new brothers teaching the word. Even though they watch many camps, that motivates you and be like, yo, the Lord is putting his spirit upon brothers to go out and prophesy, to have confidence, man. That's why it is better to live a righteous life than to live a long life in unrighteousness. You niggas is losing out, you know? And just like the movies say, get out, you niggas should get out while you can and come serve the Lord. Because America, you niggas don't got enough money to really leave America and really be safe. Because even if you leave America, you're going to get taken, because that prophecy has to be fulfilled. When America is destroyed, Yahweh Shai is bringing his elect, and we're going to take the kingdom. We're going to take rulership back. And if you're not getting right with the Lord, you are fucked. I don't care how anybody feel. We think the Lord is coming back with hugs and kisses. That's why niggas is still smoking, doing crack, trying to have orgies, and kids is doing and they doing whatever they want. But if you really fear Yahweh Shem Awashai, you would change your act. You would change your motion in your potion. You would try to work on your faith. More women would try to be homebody. It's nothing out there for you except for niggas hollering at you, dick and drugs. That's it. And some studs. It ain't shit outside for no woman, you know? So women, she should be working on her being under her protector, being a mother. She should learn how to teach her kids while her husband is working or whatever he doing, so that those kids can be prepared for what's to come. It's going to get so real, right? So we went to that. So we want to move, and we want to move like Yahweh Shai. Let's go to Hebrews, because that was a side precept. We go into Hebrews, the 11th chapter, and we read in verse 5 is the point, but I'm going to read verse 6 too. This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 5. It says, by faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death and was not found because the Most High had translated him. For he was translated, he had this testimony that he pleased the Most High. We want to be translated. You want to please the Lord, so you're translated, so you're beamed up. You know, First Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 14 to 17. If you're not aiming to be translated, this little lesson, this testimony of Enoch, don't have no value to you. Shoo fly, get the hell away from me, right? I want to get translated like Enoch. He was taken away from trouble and death, and the elect is going to be scarcely saved from this complete destruction that's going to happen. Verse 6, but without faith is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe he is, and that he is a rewarder of him that diligently seek him. So how do you know you really believe or have faith in the Most High if you not seeking him? You know, I can tell if homies, families, friends, if I could tell if you really had that faith, because conversations would be about the Lord instead of, hey, how you doing? Oh, what's up? Or hey, where you going? Hey, hey, how was work? That's cool and all. We got to talk about that. But you can see that somebody might have a spirit on them when they saying, yo, God is good. Or, hey, what lesson you bringing out? Hey, what's this scripture about? Hey, I was reading this. Or you watching your brother or your sister or your household. You see somebody reading the scripture and they like, yo, this one was hitting, and they explaining it to you. You can see the passion. You could tell when somebody taking something serious. When they sing, and they taking it serious, they balling, they crossing, they doing all the movements, they fading away, they taking it serious, right? Gymnastics, karate, they taking it serious. A video game, they making all the effects, and then they lose, they throw the damn controller. They was real passionate about that damn game. They watch a movie, they could tell you every part of that movie because they were in tune to it, you know? A lot of us is not in tune because we diligently do not seek Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It's either you looking for videos, you looking for where the men of the Lord is at on the corner, or you going in these scriptures, man. Or you calling your brother like, hey, yo, you want to come over? You want to sharpen your sword? Trying to be with brothers or sisters and trying to get in these scriptures. Or you watching a prophetic movie and you like, yo, man, that's crazy. The Lord went through this. It's just so many ways you can see that you have faith or you grow in your faith. You know. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. I see my screen telling me to go to, this is in the NLT. This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 14 to 16. It says, the sinners in Jerusalem shake with fear. Terror seized the godless. Who can live with this devouring fire? They cry, who can survive this all-consuming fire? Those who are honest in fear, who refuse to profit by fraud, who stay far away from bribes, who refuse to listen to those who plot murder, who shut their eyes to all enticement to do wrong. These are the ones who will dwell on high. The rocks of the mountains will be their fortress. Food will be supplied to them, and they will have water in abundance. It's because Yahweh Shem Yahushai has provided for the righteous that have been living this righteous life. You know, you want to always abstain from evil. You don't want to be a man, especially teaching this word or being about this word, and you taking bribes. You know, you taking that bag. You want to be a sellout. You know, serving the Lord is long suffering, enduring to the end at all costs. You know, at all costs. Right? Let's go to Psalms chapter 15, and we're gonna read verse 1 to 5. You know, this is Psalms 15, 1 to 5. It says, Yahweh, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? He that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness, and speaketh the truth in his heart and his mind, he that backbiteth not with his tongue, right? Because especially if somebody going off, or if somebody coming at you a certain way, or Esau, you don't bite your tongue. You got some brothers, just like how Paul Um, no, I don't want to use that one. You got some brothers, they tongue like they can go out laboring with brothers in unity camp. Somebody come up with the mark of the beast and they say it's spiritual or sin, and they over here knowing it's physical. You can't hold your tongue. You got to rebuke that brother right on the scene. But oh no, because of the camera, I don't want to do it. You know, a man that's walking under that veil or the pavilion of Yahweh Shem Shai, he's all stern. He's bold, right? So it says, he that biteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor, in whose eyes a vile person is contempt, but he honoreth them that fear Yahweh. He that sweareth to his own heart and changeth not. He that putteth not out his money to usury, nor taketh reward against the innocent. He that doeth these things shall never be moved. Right? And what do the Lord say? We have to be unmovable. You know? Let's get that. I think that is First Corinthians. You know, First Corinthians, the 15th chapter, verse 58. It says, Salaki family, verse 58, and it says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye stand fast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of Yahweh, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Right? And you want to always have this in your mind, yo, this is not vain what I'm doing because I'm working for the Lord. Because some people be saying, oh, you a Bible thumper. All you do is the lesson. And I know how brothers say you got to equally back out. And that is true. That is true. But sometimes the Lord can push a man to his limit, and he might have to balance like it's 70 over here, but it's 30 over here, and you might say that's an unrighteous balance. Sometimes the Lord is pushing brothers further than other brothers. The Lord might make this man more have a more of a drive to do videos, and it's not on his notion to be better than you. It's just the Lord is just using this man because he might have more time on his hand. He might speak a certain way. He might have a gift of gab, and the Lord like, man, I'm about to have this man talk so much. I'm about to have him do this and do this lesson. But any man, it don't matter what stature, what title you got, make sure you're always abounding in the work of the Lord. You're doing something for the Lord somehow, some way. Especially if you're a teacher, you want to have it on your notion to do a video, prepare for a video. Because if it's not feminine or word yet, the charagma is not mandatory yet, that means the men of the Lord have to go out teach. We have to break that barrier because the word has to be spread four corners of the earth. And our righteous life is to be about the Lord, man. Seek him 10 times more. Occupy till he come. Luke the 19th chapter, verse 13. You have to occupy till he comes. So that means you want to hope on your spirit when the Lord come that you're in his work when he comes back, somehow, some way, But let's go back to Psalms. We're gonna read Psalms 24. All right, this is Psalms 24, verse 3 to 6. It says, who shall ascend to the hill of Yahweh, or who shall stand in his holy place? He that have clean hands and a pure heart, or who have lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully, he shall receive the blessing from Yahweh, and righteousness from the Most High of his salvation. This is the generation of them that seek him, that seek thy face, O Jacob. You know, who's gonna seek the Lord? The ones that's receiving the blessings of the Most High. And first and foremost, really the true elect is doing this every day. Revelations 1 and 3. Blessed is he that readeth, blessed is he that mourn, because the righteous is mourning in this city for the elect. We're crying out, we getting persecuted, but it didn't hit that level yet. We're working towards, we're building up our faith because that day is going to come where we're going to get persecuted, you know, for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Who is that man that's going to be on that hill? Who is going to be those men and those women that get beamed up, the ones that endure to the end, the ones that took accountability, saying they fucked up. And the only way they can live a peaceful life, the only way they can enjoy their kids, and the only way these curses can come off is if we come back to Yahweh Shai and endure light affliction for a moment, and then everything is going to change in the twinkling of an eye. You just have to have patience and work, right? Now we're going to read Isaiah chapter 58 in the NLT, verse 1 to 11. You know, it was hitting in KJV, but I seen the NLT. I said, you know what? Let's smack them with this one. This is Isaiah 58, verse 1. I mean, 58, yeah, verse 1 to 11. It reads, shout with the voice of a trumpet blast. Shout aloud. Don't be timid. Tell my people Israel their sins. Yet they act as specious and seem delighted to learn all about me. They act like a righteous nation that would never abandon the laws of its power. They ask me to take action on their behalf, pretending they want to be near me. We have fasted before you, they say. Why aren't you impressed? We have been very hard on ourselves and you don't even notice it. I will tell you why I respond. It's because you are fasting to please yourself, you know? And it's times when I was doing that. I was just fasting to please myself. I'm praying just to please myself. You know, I do certain things to please myself. When you come in this truth, you want to be new. You know, when I'm praying, yes, I'm praying for myself, but I'm praying for my family. I'm praying for the chosen family, the elect on this side. You know, when I'm fasting, I want more wisdom and knowledge, but I want more wisdom and knowledge for the elect men that's out here teaching. You know, this is not just about us. I mean, me. This is about us, right? I just had to say that, man. I had to confess that. It says, even while you fast, you keep oppressing your workers. What good is fasting when you keep on fighting and scrolling? This kind of fasting will never get you anywhere with me. You humble yourselves by going through the motion of penance, blowing your heads like reeds bending in the wind. You dress in burlap and cover yourself with ashes. Is this what you call fasting? You really think you will please Yahweh? No. This is the kind of fasting I want. Free those who are wrongfully imprisoned. Lighten the burden of those who work for you. Let the oppressed go free and remove the chain that bend people. Share your food with the hungry and give shelter to the homeless. Now what we reading don't say you doing all these things and let people notice you so they can say, oh, look at your good works. This has to just be natural, you know, and do it secretively, you know. It says, and do not hide from relatives who need your help. Then your salvation will come like the dawn, and your wounds will quickly heal. Your godliness will lead you forward, and the glory of Yahweh will protect you from behind. That's why when we come serve the Lord, we don't have to look over our shoulder. This is why the men of the Lord, from elder to higher on down, whoever they is, the elect scattered four corners of the earth, this is why brothers is speaking of the wicked witch, them test tube monkey, white man and woman Edomites, and the small hats and all these other wicked people and Jake, is because we're bold as lions and we not afraid because Yahweh fights for us. Sirach 4:27. Strive for the truth until death, and the Most High will fight for you. When you go into Isaiah, I believe the right before the 36th chapter, you find out how the Lord angel on behalf of Hezekiah, and this angel destroyed 84,000 Assyrian soldiers. Man, you can't, excuse my language, you can't fuck with the Lord's chosen. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's in the Lord's hand, if he don't pluck you out, you can't fuck with him, man. For real, 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 for real. Right? Verse 9, it says, then when you call, Yahweh will answer, yes, I am here. He will quickly reply, remove the heavy yoke of oppression. Stop pointing your fingers and spreading vicious rumors. Feed the hungry and help those in trouble. Then your light will shine out from the darkness, Darkness around you will be as bright as noon, right? Because even when we go back to, I believe it's St. John, the first chapter, I believe. Let me make sure. Yeah, this First John chapter 1, and I'm going to start at 4. It says, in him was life. The life was the light of men, and the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended not. You know, the dark of this world can't comprehend the light we coming with. That's why every day you want to make sure you bringing forth the light of Yahweh Shem Al Shai when you walk out your house and when you come in your house. Now we got moments when we mad and angry, but you got to know the same amount of the wicked spirit coming in your temple and leaving and then coming back with stronger and wicked more spirits. You have to know on the righteous side, the more you cleave to the Lord on the right hand side, you got to think of how those angels that come and leave, they'll come back even stronger. This is why brothers can't get knocked off this truth a certain way, because you got angels around you, man. All praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, right? Going back, um, verse 11, Isaiah 58, verse 11 in the NLT, the last verse. Yahweh will guide you continually, giving you water when you are dry and restoring your strength. You will be like a well-watered garden, like an ever-flowing spring. And you know what that reminded me of? The classic. That's what Yarmayan say, the classic. This is Psalms. Um, This is Psalm chapter 1, verse 1 to 3. Verse 3 is the point. It says, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of scornful. That is how you have a righteous life, when you avoid those niggas, right? It says, but his delight is in the law of Yahweh, and his law doeth he meditate day and night. To have a brief righteous life better than a long unrighteous life, you have to have a delight in the law and meditate in it so that you can understand later on the prophets and the gospels. Verse 3, where's the point? And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth his fruit in his season, the fruit of Yahweh Shemar Shai, and his leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The elect ain't gonna wither. When you go to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and 3, I believe, the wicked be saying, yo, the righteous, they was doing this, but they got killed. They'll think that the Lord not dealing with you because you died, you know? But you got to know, especially in this truth, the work that we do and then we die, it's a beautiful thing, because Thessalonians even tell you all them, not everybody's gonna sleep. Everybody's gonna taste death, you know? Some of us is gonna die in the name of the Lord, and some of us is not, you know. And regardless, if you in this thing and you die from a sickness before the Lord come, hey, you still planted. It's better to be planted in the Lord's garden, to be planted in this wicked ass world where nobody is going to root your ass out. That's why you need solid friends. And if you say you believe in the Lord and your solid friends is not telling you to do better, sister, cover up, nigga, you don't even believe in the Lord, and the friends you got don't believe in the Lord, man. Because you supposed to be moving it, walk it like you talk it, walk it like you talk it. And a lot of people don't. Let's be honest, right? Let's stay in, but we can go to Psalms 119. I'm almost done, right? Psalms 119. Oh, Psalms 119, verse 33 to 44. This is what it reads. Teach me, O Yahweh, the way of thy statutes. I shall keep it unto the end. Give me understanding, and I shall keep thy law. Yea, I shall observe it with my whole heart. Make me to go in the path of thy commandments, for therein do I delight. Incline my heart into thy testimonies, and not to covetousness. Turn away my eyes from beholding vanity, and quicken thou me in thy way. Establish thy words unto thy servant, which is a prophet, who is devoted to thy fear. That's why you got to be devoted. You should be able to tell you fear the Lord. But if you always jicking and jiving, playing, being a busybody outside of this work, even if you can still have fun, but a person is really devoted to the Lord, and you can tell. You can tell, right? It says, turn away my reproach, which I fear, for thy judgment are good. Behold, I have longed after thy precepts. Quicken me in thy righteousness. Let thy mercies come also unto me, O Yahweh, even thy salvation, according to thy word. So shall I have wherewith, O answer him that reproacheth me, for I trust in thy word, and take not the word of truth utterly out of my mouth. That means when you get it, when you devour it, don't let it go out. And I know we in the flesh sometimes we forget precepts or we forget the way. That's why you want to be devoted. Always go back and get it. You lose it, it's like you lose a remote. You keep looking for it until you find it. Always, this is why I always try to make sure I'm marking up my Bible. Mark him up, because you could be going through something. You might not have that motivation, faith, and you gotta look for that motivation piece that you heard. So I'm gonna read that verse again. Take not the word of truth, who is truth, Yahweh Shai, utterly out of my mouth. You don't want to stop saying Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You don't want to stop getting into the prophecies or the gospels of Yahweh Shai or his laws. It says, for I have hope in thy judgment. So shall I keep thy law continually forever. And I will walk at liberty, for I seek thy precept. You walk in freedom. But what is freedom? Being free from this world and knowing the truth. Because what he say? He said, the truth shall make you free. We not slavery free, but it's going to make you free spiritually and mentally, right? Where they don't have that yoke on your mind no more, where you can actually know who the hell you is. Let alone you are physically free too. You still a slave, but you physically free. Now, some of y'all might take this another way and be like, oh, you can go out of town. When I mean physically free, you already know your end. You know, if you die before the nukes or when the nukes is on their way and you get beamed up, you know what time it is. And if you already know that the wicked is gonna get that nuke, or they gonna get another punishment, but the wicked is not getting saved on this side. They're not getting the twinkle of an eye. So especially if you in the spirit, you are devoted to not getting that nuke. For real, for real. When I say for real, a lot of you niggas, I'm saying niggas, right? Y'all never seen a nuke before. A lot of brothers don't even know what a real earthquake feel like. A lot of y'all tough gangsters. Yeah, I'm that guy. Man, an earthquake come out right now. I would bug. Oh shoot, hollering at the family. Hey, but imagine if I didn't have an understanding of the power of the Lord. Earthquakes mean the Lord visit the earth. Now, if you don't got the knowledge, that shit would leave your mind, and you would just think, "An earthquake, a tsunami. Oh no!" But somebody that believe in the Lord, they gonna either drop down and pray and call on Yahweh, because now, if you are in the presence of an earthquake and you can feel it, that means the Lord is there. The Lord present is there. That's why you should automatically drop and call on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. If you really fear the Lord, you know, Isaiah 29:6. You know, what does it say? It says, thou shalt be visited of Yahweh of hosts with thunder, with earthquakes, with great noise, with storms and tempests and flames of devouring fire. I be asking for earthquakes and windstorms to happen because I want to see children or grown-ups call on the Lord. Somehow come back and be like, oh my goodness, the Lord came. 'Cause it's amazing when you're around people and they saying, yo, that's the Lord. But when you around people like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? Oh, the world's gonna end. And nobody said Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai or the Lord is in the midst of the earth. Nobody is. I don't want to be around them because I got cooties and I'm in this flesh. I believe if I'm around some simple-minded niggas, eventually in their fear, I'm gonna become a simple-minded nigga because you are the company you keep. And you want to work on your faith so that it's not movable. That's why I say that, because I'm working on my faith so much that if I'm around five delinquent believing Yahweh, it's not going to take away my belief. I'm going to be that solid foundation. I'm not Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. It's just because I follow him, I'm going to be the reflection. You know what he said in first John chapter 2 verse 6, we ought to be like him. like Yahweh Shai. So I'm gonna be like him, a solid foundation for somebody that could be a delinquent. And when they come to me, I'm gonna give them the answer. Hey, that's the Lord coming. Well, what you mean is the Lord? Is the Lord? Show them this verse. Bing, bing, bing. The men of the Lord and the daughters of Zion is counting on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's a fact. The my wives in my house, yeah, they counting on me, but they counting on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. They give me that strength. Don't count on me. Count on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to give me that strength. You count on me, you a sore mother sucking loser, because I still got to count on the Lord to give me that strength, to give me that power like Samson, to break niggas asunder. Like what? You know what I mean? Because I don't got power of myself. I need Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to give it unto me. Right? Like David. He said, man, the Lord was with me for me to kill that lion and that bear. He's going to be with me to kill that Philistine. I believe I'm going to overcome the enemy because Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is with me. You know, First Kings, I believe the Second Kings, the 6th chapter, the Lord had unblinded that servant for Elisha. And he seen the power of the Lord with the angels in the chariot. You know, you got to believe. 1 Samuel 22, the Lord told David, hold on. When you hear the trees at the tip of the tree sound like an army walking, just know that was me going before you. So it's time. The Lord touched the earth. The Lord was here, you know, through his men. I mean, through his angels, his messenger. The Lord's glory was here, you know. Let's get these last two. This is Matthew chapter 10. And I'm gonna start at verse 5 to 15. You know, this goes into the instructions to the disciples. You know, a disciple means learner, right? It has other meanings, but learners. It says, these 12 Yahushai sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. Provide neither gold nor silver nor brass in your purses, nor scrip for your journey, neither two coats, neither shoes, nor yet staves, for the workman is worthy of his meat. And into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who it is worthy, and there abide till ye go thence. And when ye come into an house, salute it. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out that house or city, shake off of your feet. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. You know, look, America is going to be destroyed. The men of the Lord, the word of Yahweh Hashem Shai, from him coming out of us, all we gonna do is kick the dust off of our feet. You have to understand the scriptures is not made for everybody. You're not gonna collect every Jake you see outside. So just have it on your mind to teach the word. Sometimes you just gonna have to teach to the wind and let the Lord guide that message wherever he gonna take it, especially the unicorn. You know, we can't do nothing. It's all Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. This is Matthew 22 and verse 8. It says, then saith he to his servants, the wedding is ready, but they which biddeth were not worthy. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. To those servants went out into the highways, and gathered together all as many as they found, both in good, and a wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment. And that wedding garment is that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You know, the whole understanding of the Lord. You are putting that garment on. Every day you got to put it on. And you got to touch it up. Sometimes the things might come off, so you might have to re-sew it. You got to always touch. You got to always examine yourself. Touch up. Upgrade. You know. You got to always upgrade because the Lord is having you go out and lay yourself down like a living sacrifice on these highways and byways, looking like a damn fool. But you're only out there to teach the true believers. Some brothers teaching people that really don't believe, they having contention. That just makes the video look good. But it has to be edifying so real sheep can take what you're teaching and be like, wow, maybe I am the elect. And then they start reading and studying. Then they might start teaching. This is not about looking cool, being the best. This is about you being the best you and living out this righteous life for this moment. If this is a light affliction, that means you're only living this righteous life for a moment. I don't care if you've been in this truth for 50 years. That shit was for a moment, brother. 50 years been up and gone. When you started, we're already at 2024, brother. Who counting? I know I ain't. This is only for a moment, but are you still in this thing? You know? Let's get this last one and we out. This is James the chapter verse 5. You know? I ain't gonna lie, this joint hit me before I did it, you know? This is James chapter 1, verse 5, and I'll start at 4. It says, but let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing, you know, because the Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. It says, if you want to know why you shall not want, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. Right? So Solomon could have asked for more riches, more abundance, more. Why? He could have, because you could ask the Lord for anything. But he asked him for something. This is why you need wisdom. You have to be wise to ask the Lord, can I have wisdom and knowledge? You gotta have a wise mind to ask for that. And look at Jake now. I want all the money in the world. You get all the money in the world. This is still not enough. Let alone I want all the girls in the world, which is naturally. You don't even have to say you want all the girls. Just go out and go grab you 1, 2, or 5, but dwell with them according to knowledge. But one thing a brothers do not want to ask because they see money, they see fat booty. They want brothers want, I want a mansion, I want a Lamborghini car, and I want all the money in the world. Wisdom and knowledge is the last thing he asked for while he on his deathbed. That's the wrong way to go. You know, the Lord don't give a damn for something that's about to burn. That element shit is gonna burn. Yes, he might bless you with it, but how much more do you think the Lord cares that you asking for spiritual things, right? Let me just do this last verse, even though I said this was my last one. It's kind of hard, man. It's very hard. This Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 4. I'm gonna start at verse 3. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 4. See, I got other precepts in my head. This is Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 3. It says, there be many created, but few shall be saved. So answered I and said, swallow then down, O my soul, understanding, and devour wisdom. You can't devour money. Just spend it. Give it away. But what's longer? What's longevity? What's still going to be here? What's going to be here longer than what's longer? Wisdom and understanding. Wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shai. That's going to outlive anybody, you know. But Lord willing, this was edifying. If it wasn't, hey, that's okay. We're just going to do it again. Like I said, the title of this lesson, A Brief Righteous Life is Better Than a Long Unrighteous Life. You know, Lord willing, you can agree with that. And if you don't, you should be reevaluating yourself, because that would be the dumbest answer. But other than that, I love you to the moon and ever back. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Shalom, shalom.